host, Grave Knives, and this is once again another episode of Dumb Laws from the Grave. Tonight we are doing Louisiana and seeing what kind of fun filled dumb shit they got on the books. So, I'm excited. Let's get her started. Fake wrestling matches are prohibited. Fake. So they can't, watch the WWF and WCW, old school, WWE nowadays. Uh, I don't watch it. Not anymore. Used to. Back when it was cool. I don't know. Yeah, it's just not my thing. So, spectators at boxing matches may not mock one of the contestants. Bullshit. Yeah, okay. Right. That's one could possibly land in jail for 20 years upon urinating in the city's water supply. Holy hell. I mean, that is. I get why, that it's probably on there for the 20-year sentence, or being able to get up to 20 years. But at the same time, if you're pissing in the city's water supply, you deserve some type of a harsh penalty because you're trying to. I mean, unless you are completely ignorant, you are basically purposely trying to contaminate the city's water supply. And that could harm a lot of people depending on the size of the city. So, yeah. I don't. 20 years is a lot, though, but. I mean, actually, especially when you weigh in that 20 years tends to be a lot more than a lot of other more serious crimes. That, they're like, oh, probation. I mean, there's some crimes out there that you just go, why? How can you only get probation or, 3 years probation or something shit like that? But moving on to the next law. A law passed with the specific intent of stating the punishment for stealing crawfish. What? How do you steal? I mean, steal crawfish from a person, or are you talking about fishing for crawfish? Is that considered steal? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's see. A person, or pardon me, persons could land in jail for up to 10 years for stealing an alligator, 20 years for pissing in the water supply, illegal to steal crawfish, 10 years for stealing an alligator. How do you steal an alligator? I mean, maybe a little one, but how would you. You gotta be a ballsy ass son of a bitch to try to steal a big gator. Let's see, that's crazy ass law. It is a $500 fine to instruct a pizza delivery man to deliver a pizza to your friend without them knowing. That old classic cliche of, oh, order someone a pizza. Can you even do that anymore nowadays? I mean, with caller ID and they know where you're calling from, it's not that hard anymore to. So, I don't even think that's possible. I don't know. I mean, maybe, you know what? Smaller towns, absolutely. Smaller towns that probably don't have it, just small pizzerias. Probably be something simple to do. Okay. Running an abortion advertisement can land you in jail for a year. Who's advertising? God. It is illegal to rob a bank and then shoot at the bank teller with a water pistol. If you're going in and robbing a bank with a water pistol, regardless if it's a water pistol or not, you're gonna get charged with robbing a bank. Um, it's kind of goofy that they even have an additive of if it's a water pistol and you spray the teller, oh, that's illegal too. Like, you're gonna get away with pretending or attempting to rob a bank with a water pistol, period. Biting someone with your natural teeth is simple assault, while biting someone with your false teeth is aggravated assault. That is kind of. That is stupid. It is illegal to gargle in public places. It is illegal to shoot lasers at police officers. Like little laser pointers. That's Unless you're walking up with a laser tag gun, and I wouldn't walk up to a cop with any type of gun like object pointed at them, period. That's asking for trouble, in my opinion. Probably most people's opinion. Anyone who's fucking logical's opinion. So it must be a laser pointer. Think about the job they do. And it is dangerous, and your job is has comes with a risk of being shot at. You see a laser dot on your chest, it's not going to leave you with a good feeling. So yeah, it's not a dumb law. I'm sorry. So one may not dare another to go onto railroad tracks owned by another. What? Stealing an alligator could land a person in jail for up to 10 years. Now that's actually a repeated one. That was up there just a minute ago. Huh. It is illegal to steal a movable, even if it is classified as an immovable. A movable what? Rituals that involve the ingestion of blood, urine, or fecal matter, ew, like, are not allowed. You're gonna get sick doing that shit. Ooh, literally, fecal matter. Feces. What are feces? Little mice. One could land in jail for up to a year for making a false promise. Break a promise, go to jail, do not pass go. Every time a person is seriously burned, he must report the injury to the fire marshal. Alright, we are going to start off with the cities of Louisiana. And I know it looks like it's about to be short, but there's more. This we're actually right above is all the state laws. Anyways, so the first city for Louisiana is Jefferson Parish. Minors may not go into business without coin operated foosball machines unless accompanied by an adult. What? Oh, minors. Okay, like. I'm an idiot. Yeah, for a second I actually. Mining, yeah. That's. I don't know why I thought that. No, it's late for me. It's like, what, 1:30 in the morning for me? So. No one may pour a drink out on the ground at any drive-in movie. I'd kind of like to know what some of these penalties would be for some of these. I mean, if that's a law, what's the penalty for it? Is it like a $5 fine? Sometimes they tell us, sometimes they don't. I kind of wish they would tell us more often. Alrighty, more city laws in Louisiana. We're going to wrap up Jefferson Parish on this page. All garbage must be cooked before it can be fed to any hogs. You gotta cook garbage before you feed it to hogs? I don't think they're that picky. I don't know, maybe it has something to do with their digestive system. Could be. Maybe it's as delicate as ours. New Orleans. Good old New Orleans, Louisiana. That is again. We've seen a few of those where it's like it may not even be the person who typed this. It very well just could have been the page. I've made plenty of posts, edits, whatever, and I'll see weird numbers and symbols jump up for absolutely no reason. You know, I can't really make them go away, so maybe they tried and they just said screw it. But we'll just go ahead and read with this. Don't try to do any kind of fancy bicycle riding in this town. That means you BMXers knock it off in New Orleans. I'm sure that's really enforced. I'm sure there's plenty of bikers down there. And I mean, not bicycles. Yeah. Feel like showing some Christmas spirit? Why is that like a question? I don't like clicking on the full text about this law, but that I don't think I've ever seen one that was actually phrased in the form of a question. So let's check it out. Okay, so basically it's telling you not to steal the trees in town or by the highways, the Christmas trees. But at the same time, I mean, it's not saying like Christmas trees, it's saying like any trees. You're not allowed to prune them, trim them, do anything with them. And so I guess that's why it's like, oh, you feel like showing Christmas spirit. Apparently, New Orleans residents arena. See, that one actually says arena T. Apparently, New Orleans residents aren't totally familiar with electric poles. Again, that's like, it's not a law. It's not a law. I mean, it's, you're letting me down here. Trying to save the rainforest. Another fucking question. I'm getting aggravated here. I'm tired of seeing these questions on here. Then I gotta pull up these damn these other pages. Trying to save the rainforest, planting of trees, etc., in public places by private persons. No shade or ornamental tree or shrub shall be planted in any public highways, sidewalks, streets, neutral grounds, or public places of the city by any person without written permission of the Parkway and Park Commission, and any tree, plant, or shrub planted by any person shall become the property of the city, or the commission may order such tree, shrub, or other plant to be removed from the public highway, sidewalk, neutral ground, or public places. Such removal to be at the expense of the person who planted such tree or shrub. And I'm sure they give you a ridiculous sized bill for that shit too. Okay. Now they could have just said planting trees or shrubs, or versioned it up, and said can't plant them in public city, in city parks and or in the city park or anything like that. Man, they gotta phrase it into a question and make me read all that. You're welcome, because I really, really wanted to skip that. I don't know, maybe you wanted me to skip it too. I wouldn't blame you. Horses may not be tied to a tree on a public highway. You know, I've seen a handful of these last couple laws. They keep talking about public or trees on public highways. I wonder if that's maybe part of the dumb part of them too. All right, still in New Orleans. One may not host a game of marbles at Lafayette Square unless he or she first obtains a written permit from the Parkway and Park Commission. Chasing fish in a city park is against the law. Mardi Gras beads may not be thrown from a third-story window. Did the beads really matter from the second story to the third? Does it make that much difference? City Commission members may not drink during public meetings or risk of a $50 fine. It is illegal to practice voodoo in the city limits of New Orleans. Woo! Snakes are not allowed within 200 yards of the Mardi Gras parade route. I'm sure it meant more like don't bring a snake to the Mardi Gras route. Finishing up here with New Orleans finally. No smoking signs shall be placed on all floats used during a parade. So on every float you gotta have a no smoking sign. Condoms may not be thrown from parade floats during Mardi Gras. Hope they're still in the package. No one may throw a bottle of Coke at a parade float. Holy shit. Why? I don't think it would be. It says it's a dumb law. Don't throw a bottle of Coke at the parade float. Well, if someone, maybe not just a bottle of Coke, I'm sure that covers any type of bottled beverage. But still, not a good idea. You can fucking hurt somebody with a 20-ounce bottle of Coke, or even if it's a glass bottle, you could seriously injure someone then, because there's broken glass shattering around, and you can knock someone out. Television reporters may not throw candy to the crowd during a parade. What's it matter? That is kind of dumb. You may not tie an alligator to a fire hydrant. What the fuck is with people like stealing alligators and tying them to fire hydrants? And it's illegal for a woman to drive a car unless her husband is waving a flag in front of it. Again, I bet you that law came from like the late well, very, very late 1800s to the very, very early 1900s, because there were still other type of motorized vehicles, but I hope, I mean, who knows? Maybe it was like from 30 years ago for all I know, but all right. In Port Allen, Louisiana, no person may predict another's future. So there you go. There's another one. That's actually, I want to say about a third, maybe three or four different laws that I've seen in different states where fortune telling is just prohibited because you're scamming people. Stop. No, hey, it's a scam. I mean, the majority of them. I'm not going to say them all, but I guarantee you the majority. Like Miss Cleo. Yeah, remember that one? On call the telephone hotline and they'll predict your future over the phone. Just pay them $4 a minute. Yeah, that's why that shit is illegal. For that exact reason. Scam artists. Only two people may picket on a sidewalk at a time, and they must stay at least 5 feet apart at all times. What? I guess that puts a damper on your public display or public protest attempts in Port Allen. All right, we are already down to the last city in Louisiana, and that's Sulphur. Really? Sulphur? Huh. Sulphur, Louisiana. Drive-through liquor stores are outlawed. Lame. It is illegal to have sex with a cow. It was a problem and it persisted on for so long that they had to make a law about it and put it on the books. I'm just saying. It is illegal to be an alcoholic. Well, you can't buy. Never mind. Saying obscene things on the telephone is legal. Is illegal. So you can't dirty talk anybody over the telephone, and if you get caught, you're going to the slammer. No, that was kind of fun. That was interesting. Weird laws, problems with people stealing alligators and tying them to fucking fire hydrants, and then other people having sex with their cows, and but yeah, I definitely enjoyed this episode of Louisiana. It was pretty fun. It was amusing. It was pretty good. Thank you very much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, so that way you can check out future content that when I bring it out, because there's more coming. So, thanks everybody. Take care.